Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the van. In today's video, I want to tackle a little job that's been on my mind for a while, but I've never got around to doing it. Now, with my DIY skills, this job should be a doddle, but I've asked my friend Cam if he wants to tag along just so he can see how it's done. For those of you who don't know, my van is an Elddis CV40 and I bought this van brand new from Tyne Valley Motorhomes at the beginning of this year, March 2021. The CV40 comes from Elddis with one single leisure battery, and in the CV40 you can find that under the bed at the back of the van. Now, before I collected my van from Tyne Valley, I contacted them and I asked them if they could take out that single leisure battery and if they'd be willing to fit a pair of lithium batteries that I supplied. Now, they said they were happy to do that, so after doing a little bit of research, I bought a pair of these 100 amp hour lithium batteries and had them delivered straight to Tyne Valley. Now, they told me they were happy to fit the batteries, but recommended another type of battery charger to support those batteries. Now, this might come as a surprise to some of you, but I don't know a great deal about batteries and battery chargers, so I left it up to them to find the right battery charger to support these batteries, and this is what they fitted. It's a Sterling 60 amp battery to battery charger. So if you haven't got one of these under the bed of your CV40, don't worry about it. They don't come as standard. Now, because the lithium ion batteries I supplied have got slightly different dimensions to the battery that comes from Elddis, the battery box that's in place there is a bit big for the lithium ion batteries. Now, the first battery doesn't really fit very well in the box, and it's being held in place with little bits of scrap wood that are tucked in here and there to stop the battery sliding around. Now, the second battery isn't boxed in at all, but it is in a little plastic box of its own that's been put in next to the battery box and screwed to the floor to stop that battery sliding around. Now, I've always thought that this looks a little bit untidy. One hasn't got a lid on, the other lid is crooked and it's being held on with a strap, and it's kind of a makeshift job. It doesn't look like it's finished off very well. Today, what I want to do is take out all these battery boxes and the little bits of scrap wood, lift the batteries out of place and build a new box in the back under the bed that'll take both my lithium batteries and keep them nice and neat and tidy and in one place. Now, I think a new box enclosing both batteries will make a nice, tidier job. What I'm going to do now is I'll take you around to the back of the van and I'll show you the setup that's there at the moment, just so you can get an idea for yourself why I'm unhappy with things the way they are. So here I am at the back of the van. Let's get in here and show you these batteries. As you can see here, there's two batteries side by side, and all the wiring obviously that goes with them. There's little bits of wood packed in to hold this battery in place, and that's in a plastic battery box, and so is this one, but this one's boxed in this wooden box. Now, what I want to do is box both batteries in so that they're in one big box and make a nice neater job, because that just doesn't look very tidy. I'm really scared about touching these wires. What worries me is there's quite a lot of wires under here, and especially with these little connectors that you can see here. I hope you can see them. Those connectors, they're screwed to the side of this box, and I'm going to have to unscrew them to take the box out. Now, the good thing about videoing this is if I do it wrong and I need to put it all back together, I can have a look at the video and remember how it went. Let's start by disconnecting these batteries and see how we get on from there. I think some sort of spanner might be in order to get these terminals off. Now, I don't have a great deal of spanners, but I'll try what I've got. I might end up using a screwdriver here. I can't find a spanner that fits, so I'll try this big screwdriver, see if this will work. Oh, that's working. Right, I'm going to go and get a pen and I'm going to label all these. I'm going to put a bit of tape around them and write on where they go, so I know they go back in the same place as they came out. What the hell? Why is it that when I see other people doing these jobs on YouTube, it looks so easy, but when I do it, I make it look so difficult? Why is that beeping? Why does that beep when I touch it? My God, what's going on? You can see why I was worried about this. It's making beeping noises now that I'm not happy about. Why does that make a beeping noise? I'm really nervous about this. Is anyone else nervous about this? That's one battery out. I don't know what that is. There's a lot of bits of scrap just being left behind. You know, I think it's probably going to be a good idea to disconnect this second battery before I get in there with screwdrivers and stuff. Oh, ya bugger! Did you see that? There was a spark then. Frightened the life out of me. I'm not happy with that. I'm nervous as hell here. I need to lift this second battery out so I know there's no power in here, because it's frightening the life out of me, this. I think I need to get this in. Right. So this goes to the first battery, the positive. This goes to the first battery, the negative. This all connects to the positive terminal on the second battery. And then there's a couple of wires run off to these little junction boxes. I'll see if I can get around that side to show you. So there's a couple of fuses are there, or connections, I don't know. We'll find out when we get them off the side of the box, I guess. This here has got a fuse in it, and another fuse in it under there, I believe. Okay, let's get this negative terminal off. You can see all the connections there that run to that. There's loads of them. Oh no, there's only two actually. There's only two connections go to that. I'm going to push all that wiring over there. Oh, and that one. Whatever that is. Not sure what that is. What is that? Now I can't remember which was battery number 1 and which was battery number 2. But they're identical, so it shouldn't make any difference. Okay, I've disconnected everything. This is a lot of wires. As you can see there, it's like spaghetti junction under there now. Well, let's get this box out, and that's the first step, I think. Little box to keep the screws in so I don't lose any. Just to show you quickly before the battery runs out on my camera and I need to change it. That's what I'm looking at now. Battery boxes are out. There's just a whole bunch of wires in there that need sorting out. Cam's boxing these batteries in and he's doing a cracking job, only I'm still not happy with the wiring on the top of these batteries. That's worrying me, so I might have to get somebody to look at this wiring and tidy it up. That is a mess, and the electrics keep tripping off when I move that. We from the northeast, we do this now with t-shirts. We don't need coats. The batteries are all boxed in and we're ready to go. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Last night it got very dark and very cold, but despite being freezing cold, Cam managed to finish off the battery box. If you can hear the noise in the background, I've got the heater going because it is freezing in here. So without further ado, let's go around to the back of the van and have a look at this battery box. Okay, it's time to show you this battery box so I can get in the house and get warmed up. Take this bedboard out. The big reveal. Okay, so this is my new battery box and Cam has done an absolutely cracking job again and managed to box the batteries in exactly how I wanted them. So this lid just lifts off for access to the batteries when I need it, and I think you'll agree it's a much neater job than it was before, and another little job that was worth doing, despite my constant worrying about the wiring. Okay, so that's that job done. So thanks to Cam for giving up his time and working in the dark and the freezing cold last night to get this job finished. I really appreciate it, Cam. You've done a cracking job as usual, and thank you very much. Also, thanks to Rick from Pearl the CV20 YouTube channel. Thanks, Rick. Rick is always on the end of the phone for some sound advice, and I really appreciate it, so thanks to you, mate. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I didn't enjoy being out in the freezing cold, and I certainly didn't enjoy the sparks flying off those wires there when I was taking the batteries out. Frightened the life out of me. Okay, so all that's left for me to do now is make this bed up, get everything back to normal, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. What a good boy. Yes, what a good lad. So if you've got one of these sea vans, so thanks to Cam for giving up his time and working into the dark and the freezing cold. His hands were so numb he couldn't feel his tool.